You have a weight that doesn't have a name. It is the quiet, constant sound of not being good enough. The deep, settled belief that you are broken in some way, that you are a problem that needs to be fixed. When you look at the world, you see people who seem to walk with ease and you think, what am I missing? You think you need to be fixed to be good enough, worthy of peace, deserving of love. You deserve your own place in the world. For years, maybe even decades, you have been constantly changing things about yourself. You have tried to smooth out your rough edges, quiet your annoying depths, and rearrange the furniture of your soul so that it looks better and is more acceptable. You know everything there is to know about your own flaws. You hold them up to the light, look at them, write them down, and promise yourself that you will fix them all one day. You will be whole one day. You will be ready one day. And that day will be the start of your life. That day, however, never seems to come. The never-ending work of fixing yourself is a burden like no other. You carry it the most. And while you carry this heavy personal burden, you have to walk through a world that is loud with the burdens of other people. Take a look around you, hear them out, the world that is asleep. They are drowning in problems they don't want to see. They are trying to keep up appearances in a frantic way. They whine, but they never do anything about it. They talk behind each other's backs, but they never think about what they say. They make judgments, but they never see. Their reactions define them. They are empty and only make noise when they borrow it from others. They follow shadows. They gather things. They want titles. They want to be validated. They fight over small things with the passion of gods to avoid the one central truth. They are very, very asleep. They thought the map was the area. They thought the menu was the food. This is the game they play, a game of being shallow, a game of us versus them, a game of being seen, being right, and showing off their weak identities. Like a hot coal, they give you their worries and tell you to hold them. They put their unfulfilled lives on you and make you feel bad for trying to find peace. They want you to believe in their lies, and if you don't, they will see you as an enemy. They want you to be as busy as they are. They need you to carry their things, because if you put them down, they will have to admit that they are theirs. You have to live up to their expectations. You have to deal with their disappointments. You have to carry their sadness and anger that they don't talk about. They want you to fix them, even though you are having a hard time fixing yourself. But something has changed in you. The weight of it all has been so heavy that something has broken, and a light has come in through that crack. You have begun to see. You see the match. You see the crazy empty dance. You can see the sleepwalkers holding on to their burdens as if they were treasures, and the old desire to be with them, to make them happy and to get their approval has just vanished. You are now the awakened archetype. This isn't a big bang. It is a subtle internal change. It's the soul's simple and deep no. You are the one who has quietly started to put down the burdens. First, you write down theirs. You don't answer their calls for drama anymore. You don't get involved in their fights anymore. You don't feel like you need to explain why you are quiet anymore. You have given up on waking them up. You don't care about saving them anymore. You know you can't save someone who doesn't think they're drowning. You just let their problems go. You leave them where they are. You are no longer their emotional support. Your silence has become a safe place for you. Your stillness is now your strength. You have started the holy great retreat. Not a retreat out of fear, but a retreat out of wisdom. You are no longer playing the game that society plays. You don't need its plastic prizes anymore, and you don't fear its empty punishments anymore. You are now looking inside yourself. You have stopped blaming the world for being asleep and have instead started to look at the weight you were told was yours, this feeling of being broken, this deep, aching sense of not being good enough. You, the quiet observer who has left the noise behind, must now face this last, heaviest burden. You no longer carry what they gave you, but what about the load you were taught to carry for yourself? You have had this label of broken for so long that you think it is your own skin. You think you are inadequate, too sensitive, flawed, too much, or not enough. You need to ask the most important question now. Who told you that? Whose voice says you are not worthy? It doesn't belong to you. It's an echo. It is a spirit. You thought it was the voice of truth, but it's the voice of the sleeping world. You need to know this. The world of them, the busy, the distracted, and the shallow, has a very simple immune system. It can only do two things when it comes across something it doesn't understand: either absorb it or destroy it. And you are something it can't take in or get rid of. They don't know how to speak your depth. Your realness is a light that hurts their eyes because they aren't used to it. Your quiet search for meaning is a criticism of their loud search for things to do. When you stand in front of them, they see you as a mirror because you are simple, honest, and maybe even hurt. And in that mirror, they have to face their own emptiness, the burdens they don't want to admit they have, their own lack of depth. The sleepwalker can't stand this. It poses a significant threat to the comforting delusion they have constructed. So they have to pathologize you to keep their own reality safe. They need to put a label on you. They have to call you broken, because if they don't, they have to admit that they are the ones who are broken. They must say you're too sensitive, because the other option is to admit that they are the ones who have become numb. They must call you inadequate, because if they recognized your value, they would have to question the whole game they have built their lives around. That label they gave you is not a diagnosis of you. It is an admission of their own limitations. It is the unavoidable error in diagnosis that occurs when a lesser level of consciousness seeks to evaluate a superior one. When the teaspoon overflows, they blame the ocean for being too much. They are trying to measure the ocean with a teaspoon. You are not broken. You are just deep. You are not broken. You are just true. They made you feel like you weren't good enough so that you would stay small, to get you to keep playing their game, to keep you always fixing yourself so that you would never know how powerful you are. Now, let's get rid of this last heaviest load. Let's get rid of their fake labels and empty diagnoses. Let's look at the truth instead. This isn't a theory. This is a sign of respect. When you're quiet and the echoes of their voices fade away, this is what you feel in your bones. This brings us to the three great truths of the true soul. 1. Your inadequacy is your honesty. What you have been calling inadequacy is really your failure to follow the rules. You can't find value in the surface because it's the honest, uncorrupted part of your soul. You feel inadequate in their world because you don't belong there. You weren't made to thrive on gossip, find happiness in status, or build your life around lies. You feel like you're losing at their game because, on a deeper level, you don't want to play. You don't have to feel like you don't fit in to be a failure. It is the sound of your honesty ringing. It is your soul's perfect, healthy rejection of a poisoned environment. You are a deep-sea creature that has been told it is broken because it cannot fly. You don't have to fly. You have to be deep. 2. Your sensitivity is your perception. You have been told you are too sensitive. You feel things too deeply. You think a lot. You are too easily wounded by the world's cruelty. We should give this a new name. They don't mean sensitivity in the way they say it, as a flaw or a weakness. It is perception. It is clear. You are not too sensitive. You are just the right amount sensitive for a world that is very insensitive. You are not the sick one. You are the one who is recording the illness. You are the first sign of trouble. They, the numb ones, have calloused themselves. They have turned down their senses so they can deal with the unbearable noise, the casual cruelty, and the deep meaninglessness of what they do. They've turned the volume down so low that they can't hear the music of life anymore. You hear everything. You feel everything. This isn't a curse. It is your present. It is the tool of your knowledge. It is what lets you see the truth, feel compassion, and connect with what is real. Don't let a world that is numb make you think that being able to feel is a bad thing. 3. You are not broken. You are open. This is the best way to look at things. The pain you feel and the feeling of being broken don't mean that something is wrong. It's the sign that you're ready. A dead thing is something that is sealed, whole and fixed. It is a rock. It can't learn, grow, or love. That feeling of not being perfect, of having a hole inside, is what makes you human. It is your emptiness, and this emptiness is what makes room for life to come in. It is what keeps you humble. It is what you are looking for. That's what makes you kind. It is the rich soil from which all of your knowledge grows. People want you to be fixed and whole because they want you to be predictable. It wants you to be done. But you are not a thing. You are a process. You are a conscious being that is alive, breathing, and changing. You are not broken. You are simply, beautifully, and divinely not done. And in that state of not being done, you are perfect. To agree to this is to finish your trip. But you need to know how much this new, real diagnosis will cost. It is not easy to live as a person of integrity and perception and openness. The real path is the only one that is real, and it is a lonely one. People will not understand you when you start to live by your values. They won't think you're smart if you stop playing the games of gossip and complaint. They will think you are arrogant. They will call you cold or detached. If you don't get involved in their dramas, they will think you are judging them. Let it go. You are not to blame for the illusions you break. People will not understand you when you honor your perception. If you say something that hurts you or that is cruel, people will tell you to lighten up. They will call you neurotic or weak. They will say that you overthink things. What they really mean is, your clarity is getting in the way of my numbness. Please be numb, like me. You have to say no. Your perception is your holy guide. The worst thing you can do to yourself is to dim it for their comfort. When you accept your openness, your unfinished and imperfect state, people will not understand you very well. People who are asleep worship the finished product. They want you to be a fixed thing, someone they can count on, and a clear answer. Your willingness to live in the question, your humility, and the fact that you are always becoming, this scares them. They will think you are lost or unstable. They don't know that the only person who can find a new path is the one who is lost. This is how much it costs. People will not understand you. The shallow will make you seem sick. You will be different. You have to be ready to walk this path by yourself. You have to be okay with them being wrong about you. You need to stop trying out for a part in a play you don't want to be in anymore. You will feel lonely, but it won't be the same as being alone. It is the deep, grounding quiet of being alone. The mountain's quiet, wide strength doesn't ask the clouds for permission to be. So, this is the time. This is the big yes that you've been waiting for your whole life. The permission that only you can give yourself, and that must come from the very center of who you are. You don't have to keep trying to fix yourself. Now, at this point in time, the long, tiring task of fixing yourself is over. You are not a machine that is broken. You are a conscious being. Your job is not to fix, but to be. You can let them down. Please read that again. You really do have to let them down. The sound of their disappointment is the sound of their hopes crashing against the hard, clear rock of your truth. Let them down. You were never meant to live in a cage of their approval. You can be quiet. You don't have to explain. You don't have to have a debate. You don't have to let them into your private world. Your silence says everything. It is a limit. It is a safe place. You can leave if you want to leave the room, to leave the argument, to leave the relationship, the job, or the family situation that makes you feel small, sick, or like you have to carry burdens that aren't yours. It's okay to let it all go. Their anger, worry, expectations, demands, and lives that they haven't lived yet. Let everything fall to the ground. You never had to carry it. You are only responsible for the truth of your own soul. You are only loyal to how you see things. You are not here to help them. You are not here to change them. You are finally here to be your own light. And that is your trip. Auntie, if this path of returning to authenticity speaks to you, I invite you to subscribe and turn on notifications so that we can continue to walk together and learn more. And the sound of the world, it doesn't stop. The people who are sleepwalking will keep dancing like crazy. People will keep chasing their shadows. They will keep complaining, blaming you, and asking you to join in on their fantasies. But something inside you has changed for good. You are no longer part of this. You are a watcher. The noise is still there, but over there, the sound of the wind blowing through the trees and the waves crashing on a faraway shore, it doesn't go through your center anymore. You are the calm in the storm. You are like a lake that is deep and calm. The surface may move because of the wind. It could rain on it. But the depths are still very, very and perfectly undisturbed. You have put down the weight of their world. But more importantly, you have let go of the weight of your own brokenness. You are not lacking. You are not a mistake that needs to be fixed. You are the one who is quiet and watches. You are the calm. You are the space that is open. You've put down the burdens they won't admit to having, and you are finally free.